In view of our exploration on our product, we can see that if the price floor is set higher than the equilibrium of the sugar chart, it will make an overflow. Be that as it may, the fact that sugar is a very much needed product, it is inelastic and customers should keep getting them. In any case, on the long run, customer may most likely to discover a substitute that have lower cost, and this will convey to wastage towards the asset utilized on sugar. To maintain a strategic distance from occurring,
a price ceiling is a government-imposed price control or limit on how high a price is charged for a product, commodity, or service. Government use price ceiling to protect consumers from conditions that could make commodities prohibitively expensive. Such conditions can occur during periods of high inflation, in the event of an investment bubble, or in the event of monopoly ownership of a product. Refer to the graph. The market equilibrium is reached when the demand curve D intersects with the supply curve S at point E. Price equilibrium is PO and quantity equilibrium is QO. Assume that the government find out that the market price PO is too high. The government intervene by setting a maximum price at lower price than the price of equilibrium PO, which is P1. At maximum price P1, quantity demand is Q2, which can cause problem if imposed for a long period without control rationing, leading to shortage.
So now we will be talking about the price ceiling in short run. Based on the graph, the price ceiling for sugar in 2017 is higher than 2018 by 10 cents. Due to the falling trend in the price of raw sugar globally, the government has decided to reduce the ceiling price of sugar. Quantities demanded had increased due to the lower price, but quantity supplied had reduced. This has caused a shortage occurred when quantities demanded more than quantities supplied. Suppliers will not produce many output at lower price, which cannot maximize their profit. The condition will affect the suppliers' income. Government can give subsidies to the suppliers to lower their costs so that they can produce more output. So the price will not rise back to the price equilibrium and can average the quantities demanded and quantities supplied. Sugar is a necessity good and it has weak substitutes, so it's considered as inelastic demand. This is because the customers do not have enough time to find other substitutes to replace sugar and change their habits and preference in the short run. Now, let me explain the price elasticity of demand for sugar in short run. Price elasticity of demand sugar is said to be inelastic, which means the percentage change in the quantity demanded of sugar is less than the percentage change in the price. With the increase of sugar price, quantities demanded will only decrease a small amount. There are factors that explain why sugar is inelastic demand. First of all, complementary goods. Complementary goods such as a sugar tend to be inelastic. For example, if the price of sugar rises, the demand of coffee will decrease. The demand curve for coffee shifts leftwards. It is a negative relationship between price of sugar and the demand of coffee because they need each other at the same time. Sugar is a necessity goods and it has weak substitutes.
the supply curve is more elastic because the supplier is able to respond to a higher level of market demand in the long run. The supplier is allowed to adjust its production levels in a longer time period. Suppliers can have new equipment or new technologies which can lower their costs and also increases the production. In long run, suppliers have more time to adjust their production and also can make more profit.
A price floor is defined as an intervention to have market price if the government feels the price is too low. Since the new price is higher, the producer will gain benefits. As example, many government intervene by establishing price floor to ensure that farmers make enough money to guarantee a minimum price that their goods can be sold. Factors that cause
price floor is when the government enters the market and buys up the product, adding to demand to keep the price higher than the otherwise would be. In the absence of government, the price of sugar would be adjusted so that quantity supply would be equal to the quantity of demand as shown in the graph.
The policies to keep price high for suppliers to keep the price above what would have been the market equilibrium level the price at P1 shown by the horizontal line in the diagram above. The result is a quantity supplied in excess of the quantity demanded, which is Q1 Q2 as suppliers exist. If a government is willing to purchase excess agricultural supply or to provide payments for others to purchase it, then suppliers will benefit from the price floor, but taxpayer and consumer of food will pay the cost. As a result, they increase their production.
A price floor must be higher than the equilibrium price so that it will be much more effective. If a price floor is not above equilibrium, at that point the market won't sell beneath equilibrium and the price floor will be pertinent. The government set a price floor above the equilibrium is to ensure the supplier. They raise the price on the off chance that they feel the price is too low to even think about helping the supplier still get enough profit.
The providers need enough benefit from the value flow to ensure a base value that their merchandise can be sold for. They should additionally need a certification to exchange their workers' wages. It's additionally bloaters make key sellers produce to products. Sugar is the protection item which the government set a greatest price to sell, yet as far as possible the base price of sugar do not hurt the suppliers. The government didn't correct the price flow on the grounds that the government realized that purchasers will buy the sugar regardless of the cost was excessively high or excessively low. This is on the grounds that sugar was required throughout everyday life and a large portion of the sustenance and drink contain sugar.
In view of our exploration on our product, we can see that if the price floor is set higher than the equilibrium of the sugar chart, it will make an overflow. Be that as it may, the fact that sugar is a very much needed product. It is inelastic and customers should keep getting them. In any case, on the long run, customer may most likely to discover substitute that have lower cost, and this will convey to a wastage towards the asset utilized on the sugar. To maintain a strategic distance from this happening, they should do a few arrangements. For example, purchasing the surplus to proceed with the price floor first.
How exceed the quantity supply
Towards the asset utilized on sugar. To maintain a strategic distance from occurring,
and enter the other market that provides the same uses as sugar but in much more lower in price. In price, sorry, the
goods and it has big subsidies.
Ensure that farmer make enough money guarantee a minimum price that the goods
sugar is
Tak nampak sih.
apa?
Apa ni?
Bodoh lah.
Apa?